Okay, so I am redoing the intro to this because the other intros, I don't know, they just didn't work out. So hey ho squad, how are you? First off, let's have a hot minute. Let's say rest in peace to this hairstyle. Because I caught myself doing this really cute hairstyle. I was gonna come on here and have this curly hair and it fell apart. I'm gonna try to save it, but it fell apart. It just fell apart. I tried, you know, but we'll see what I can do with it. Y'all know I'm not the best with hair. So, okay. So anyway, let's go back. So we're going to talk about, I'm doing my favorite girly romantic perfumes. This is part one and these are my powdery ones. We're going to talk about powdery ones, and these are like the serious powdery ones. I have other ones that are powdery, but these are newer ones to my collection. I have done this video before, but these are newer ones to my collection. And as I was doing this and I was looking at what I was showing y'all, it occurred to me, I had this like epiphany. I was like, these are all niche. I don't know how that happened, because I do have a variety in my collection. But for some reason, when I went through and was looking for powdery, the majority of the ones that I really was thinking, yeah, powdery, were my niche ones. Now, I will say this, is that I do have quite a bit of niche. And I think because I get good deals on them, so I don't not buy them. You know what I'm saying? Because I could easily not buy them, but I get the prices are so good. It's almost like I'm buying them, like, I mean, real talk. My prices that I got most of these on are like I bought them on, designer pricing. Yeah, designer pricing, and some under 100. Okay, so I the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want to come off as a niche snob, because we know I'm not. And if somebody watches this and never seen me before, be like, oh, okay. No, it's not that. It just so happens that these are beautiful fragrances. I want to share them with you. And to be quite honest, you can get these at good prices. Let me just throw that out there. Yeah, you can get these almost all of these at really good prices. And when I say prices, I don't think I paid more than $150. A lot of them under $100. So yeah, quite a few of them I got under $100. So it really isn't. So I want us to step away from that space of, oh, it's niche. Oh, it's $300. It is if you go retail. But if you shop like me, it winds up being some really great deals so that you wind up with these stunning fragrances, whether they're Middle Eastern, whether they're, designer, whether they're whatever, that you can get stunning fragrances on every of those levels at good prices. So I just want you to remember that. I was like, damn, am I a niche snob? I had that moment. I had to remember who I am. All right, so let's go on and do the video. All right, so let's talk about the fragrances I'm going to show you today. We have quite a few, and quite a lot of them. I was looking around because I always kind of try to do a check to see if these are, kind of being talked about. Well, the majority of them are not being talked about. I'm just letting you know now. So a lot of them you might not have heard about, because like I said, they're just not something that's super popular. They're really all beautiful to me, because remember, I'm not a perfume reviewer. I am a conversationalist. And so I would just want to share them with you. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start out with Cherry Blossom. And Cherry Blossom has this sweet, delicate cherry vibe with a powdery nuance to it, because it's different than, of course, the regular cherry, because it does have a powdery, like fluffy, like you just been dusted with cherries. And so this is, of course, this is Blossom Love by Amouage. This is, of course, cherry blossom. It has ylang ylang, but what makes it stand out is it has a suede note to it. It has a little amber, it has vanilla, so there's a sweetness to this, and the cherry is very prominent, and you do get this powderiness from it. And then as it dries down, you get this kind of leathery, you know, that soft suede vibe to it. So this is Blossom Love by Amouage. Now this one is newer to me, and this is Scarlet Rouge by Mercier. Now Scarlet Rouge has almond in it. So in the beginning, it is a little, it's more cherry. It's more cherry, it's more almond. But as it dries down, the cherry blossom comes out and you get this really delicate cherry vibe. So it starts out kind of tart, kind of cherry almond, but as you wear it, as it dries onto your skin, it becomes very delicate, it becomes very powdery, and just really a very elegant fragrance that morphs into this really, like, in the beginning it's a little more, has a little more presence, but as it dries down it gets a little softer, a little closer to you, you know. In order to smell it, someone has to be closer to you in your bubble, and that's Mercier. All right, next up we're going to talk about a couple of almond fragrances. The first one is one that I've been loving for a few years. This is Kiss Me Intense by Neroli. It is almond, it is vanilla, it has heliotrope in it to give it really that powder between the almond and the heliotrope, a serious powderiness to it. But what it also has is a spiciness. It's got cinnamon and clove, and it's got a really heavy vanilla, which is really quite delightful. I understand the name Kiss Me Intense because this will definitely get you kissed intense. This right here is like deep, long kisses with, you know, tongue, and, you know, just that, you know, those kisses where you lose yourself in them, and it's like when you come out of the kiss, it's like, what just happened? That's what Kiss Me Intense will do. That's the kind of kiss you're going to get with that. Kiss Me Intense. Next up is this one, and it's a classic too. This is a classic. It was, you know, it was kind of talked about for a minute, but alas, everything gets thrown to the wayside. And this is Montage's Sweet Oriental Dream. I swear, Montage make you feel like ain't nothing in them. You be feeling like, but then you kind of shake them and they do feel, oh, you say, okay, I can tell. Now this one has a serious, short, but sweet note. It break down almond, honey, vanilla, and rose. That's it. And what you really get in this is the almond and the vanilla. So and it's powdery. It's super powdery. So it's a powdery almond with that vanilla and that sweetness. So you really have to like almond fragrances, and you really have to like a powdery almond to wear this, because if you don't, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be big mad about this one. Just big mad. Mad. But yeah, so this is Sweet Oriental Dream. Let me put this up here again, by Montage. Oops, I almost forgot this one. This is Almond Coconut by Mercier. Did y'all see that fly in here? Okay, now this is for real, just, this has a really strong almond in it. And it's powdery, but it's not as powdery like Sweet Oriental Dream. So this is like, if you want that almond powderiness, but you don't want it to the level of Sweet Oriental Dream, go with Almond Coconut. The coconut is there, it's creamy, but it's not as coconutty as you think it would be. It leans more almond and powdery. So this is Almond Coconut by Mercier. I have to do my intro over. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do my intro over. I'm gonna have to do my intro over, because I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about these. And these are Mimosa fragrances. And Mimosa has a sweet powderiness to it also. You don't really, a lot of times you don't really think about it, but it really does. They have a powderiness to them. And so let's start off with, of course, another from the beautiful house of Amouage, and that is Love Mimosa. Man, y'all, I blind bought this. I only bought it because it was part of the garden collection. I wanted to finally finish it out, and I was going back and forth, but I am so glad I got this. This is so gorgeous. There's that sweet mimosa, and if you've had mimosa fragrances, you will know what I'm talking about. Mimosa has it's a sweet floral, but there's a powderiness to it. They also added a little pear in it, and it has some violet. Does it have violet? No, it has heliotrope in it, and yeah, and violet leaf. So it leans into the powderiness, and then of course it's got a little ambroxan. This is a gorgeous fragrance. You really have to like powdery, girly, feminine fragrances to love Amouage's Blossom Love. Now the other one that I have that's Mimosa is, this is not it. Hold on. All right, this is it. This is Mimosa Tanneron by Paris Monte Carlo. Now, Paris Monte Carlo is a very underrated, starting to get a little talk about fragrance house. But of course, this is a mimosa fragrance, and it has the mimosa. If you like mimosa, you will love this, because this is a really very clear green mimosa. So it's got that sweetness, and that powderiness, and then it has musk in it, which you'll find in a lot of powdery fragrances, a lot of musk. Oh, and then hawthorn and rose. So it's the note breakdown is very minimal, but it does create this really gorgeous, pretty fragrance that I haven't been wearing it as much this year, but this was last year. I was Mimosa Tanneron it up, because it was just sweet and easy to wear and just lovely. And that's what I want out of these. That's what I want out of most of my fragrances. No, they all have different ways. Powdery is always lovely to me. So it's one of those lovely fragrances. See how it'd be like lovely, and I just feel like being like, yay, hey. That's what it does to me. Mimosa Tanneron. I just sounded real goofy there. But no, seriously, it's a very lovely, dainty, sophisticated, yet an elegant, feminine fragrance. Powdery, sweet mimosa fragrance. And like I said, you have to try a mimosa fragrance to understand what that scent is. And it's very distinctive. So even if you say, I don't know nuts. Nope, I don't know nuts. We're going to keep it there. I do know nuts. All kinds. Take that any way you want. But once you've tried a mimosa fragrance, you will know that note, because it's very distinctive, and it stands out, and you'll be like, oh, that's what it is. So if you try something with mimosa, you'll know oh, that's it. So, and this is what that is. It's truly a mimosa fragrance. All right, so now let's get into those classic vibes, the irises, the violets, the orises, the just powdery, because some of them just are powdery notes. And on that, let's talk about this one. This is Rouge by Atar Collection. First off, the bottle is just, it's over the top. And I've said, if girly was a fragrance, it would be a Rouge, because this is super girly, y'all. It's just ridiculous how girly this is. Listen, do not try this. Do not blind buy this. Do not do anything like that if you really are not in love with powdery fragrances. This not only has powdery notes, it has talc in it. So y'all know this is going to smell like baby powder. It is a mature baby powder, fragrance, scent, whatever you want to say, because it does have like magnolia and rose and white florals in it. But honestly, it is like an upscale, elegant baby powder fragrance. You know what this is? It just came to me. This is like the grown-up version of Love's Baby Soft back in the day. Love's Baby Soft was my first, after Gina Tate, it was my second fragrance that I started buying as a kid. And this is what it is. That's why I love it. It is like a grown-up version of Love's Baby Soft. It has that, well, let me just show y'all a Love's Baby Soft commercial. I'm going to slice one in here, right here.
There's one person nobody can resist, and that's a baby. So Love made Baby Soft with the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby that grew up very sexy, informing bath, body lotion, body powder, and body mist. So innocent it may well be the sexiest fragrance around. Love's Baby Soft, because innocence is sexier than you think. For your baby at Christmas.
So let's just say that Love's Baby Soft commercials were terrible. We could just say that. But also, this is like the grown-up version of it, because the vibe is there. It's very girly, very, very much like the commercials, but if you put a real grown woman in them instead of some little child. Okay, so that is Oriental by Atar Collection. Next up is Nishane's Nanshi. I have been looking at this for quite some time, but I hadn't, I kept looking at the notes, and just got to be honest, Joma's shop had a good deal, and then I said, what the heck, let me just go on and get it. And let me tell you, it is what it says it is. It's kind of, it has a citrusy vibe to it, like a tartness to it almost, but it is a really gorgeous floral, and this got the powderiness to it. I was wearing this for when I first got it, and it is one of those things that is so easy to wear. You're gonna turn heads. People are going to ask you what it is, because it's just like a really, it's just like one of those things that's just very elegant and upscale, yet not off-putting. So it's not like wearing something like a Francesca Bianchi, which is, is in your face, animalic. No, this is definitely dainty, girly, vibes, but very stands out because it does have it's a diva. It does project out. It does all those things, but it has this just gorgeous floral, powdery vibe to it that makes it just something that is just an easy reach. It really is. So Nanshi by Nishane. We love number 5. We love number 6. But ain't enough of us talking about Rosendo Matu number 3. This is Neroli, Iris, and White Musk. Now, of course, there's more notes, but that's what it's giving you. It's giving you that little slightly bittery orange neroli, and on top of, underneath it, the iris and the white musk. Oh my goodness, this is going to a ladies luncheon with the old ladies. And when I say the old ladies, I don't mean I mean them old ladies who be cutting up on you and everything. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones who be giving them backhanded compliments, who be turning their nose up, who you be like, I don't even want to be around you if I didn't have to. Them obligation. This is what they smell like. But the problem is they always smell good, even though you just don't even like them because they talk crazy about people. Ooh, they're the types who look at you and say, "Oh, have you gained weight? Dear, have you gained some weight? Must be eating well." Things like that. They say that, and you can't say nothing back to them because they're the older ladies. But it reminds me of being around my grandmother at her card part. At her card games, you know, because remember how the old ladies used to have like them card clubs, they used to go play cards. Them, it reminds me of them, like a modern version of that, which is always, which, even though I remember them as being like kind of mean old ladies, but I always felt there was always this elegance about them, and it was the smell around them, that scent that was always around them, you know, that real elegant scent to go with that real elegant upscale catty ass shit they were saying. That is Rosendo Matu number 3. I don't know if that was a good description to make somebody want to wear it, but it makes me want to wear it. You know, when I'm in the moods to be like, especially like if you having to go around people that you really don't like, but you obligated to, so you can be low-key catty and still smell fabulous with Rosendo Motu number 3. I know that was a terrible way to put it, but it's the truth. Now, this right here, let me tell y'all, I was looking for this for a long time. This took me a long time to get. I am not even going to front and say it did not. What happened here? Hold on for a second. There we go. Okay, so it took me a long time to get this, to the point that I had to do some finagling to get this, because it's hard to get a hold of. This is Bois 1920 Centenario. Let me show y'all the name. Centenario. I tried this out from a sample from Scent Explorer, and I have been in love with it ever since. And I'm so glad I got it, and it is powdery. The first thing you get is the powderiness of it, but it really is like, it has these tropical florals because it has ylang ylang, it has tiare flower in it. But what it really does, it has this powderiness to it. And then it's got iris in it and a little coconut to give it a creaminess. Man, this is so gorgeous to me. Since I've gotten it, I've been wearing a lot because I just love it. I think it's so stunning. I will definitely be wearing this into the fall because it has a presence. It definitely stays on. It sings off my skin, and I cannot wait to wear it in the fall because I think even with the cooler weather, it's just going to be really beautiful. And sometimes, especially when it gets cooler outside, I know we get into the gourmands, but sometimes I want a comfy, cozy, powdery fragrance, especially in the evening. Like, you know, when I'm just sitting around and it's kind of cool outside and you just not going anywhere. If I had somebody and was cuddling with them, I would definitely wear this. I know we wear gourmands, but I would wear this because this is so pretty and girly. All right, now these last two are from the House of Xerjoff. And it's so interesting because I never thought I was going to have Xerjoffs, but now I do. It is so funny because I promise y'all, there was a time when I used to be like, Xerjoff, oh hell no, I don't want no damn Xerjoffs. I looked at the prices, but Joma Shop is the devil. It's the devil. Y'all know it is. It gets us in trouble all the time. So this is Apollonia. This is just a powdery, musky balm. It is white flowers, orris, and musk. And that's exactly what it is. White flowers, orris, and musk. It is a simple yet elegant fragrance. And I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that it's just like this something that you just have to rush out and get. But for me, I really enjoy having it because it is that simple, easy, you don't have to think about it, beautiful fragrance. And sometimes that's all I want from a fragrance. I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't want to have to think about it. It's like this, I can just wash with some white musk, you know, from Perlier, put on some white musk lotion, put this on, and I smell just really pretty, really elegant, really effortless all day. So that's Apollonia. All right, so next up is the last one is Cohen by Xerjoff. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is very similar to Heliotrope by Reminisce. It has a sweetness to it. The difference between Apollonia and Cohen is that this one is sweeter, whereas Apollonia is white musk, you know, powdery and floral. This is a little more complex. because this has cherry blossom, it has vanilla, so it has that sweetness to it, but it also has this serious powderiness. I know I've done other cherry blossoms, but I forgot this had cherry blossom in it. Plus I wanted to do the Zerjoffs last. So this has a little cherry blossom and vanilla in it, so it has that really delicate vibe from it. Now, I'll be honest with you, if you have heliotrope, you really don't, by Reminisce, you really don't need this. But if you can get a good price on it and like the bottle, I'm just saying. But yeah, it's a beauty. Now, doesn't project out far, stays pretty close to your skin. I'm gonna wear some more. I don't think it lasts that long, but real talk, I really don't care. It lasts about 5 hours on me. That's enough, honey. But yeah, so this is Shun Cohen by Zerjoff. Okay, so that is it for the ones I'm showing you all. I don't know how many that is. Hope you enjoyed them. Let me know if you have any of them or tried them. You know how we do. Of course, I have more, but I decided to stop right here. So, because I want to do another powdery elegant. Well, actually, some of them are going to go into a girly feminine vibe. So some of them kind of was like, could have been in this one, but I think I'm going to put them over there. So I have 2 videos. All right, my whole squad. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.